Take full responsibility for your life. Let me start with a truth that most people avoid because it demands courage. Nothing changes until you change, and the first change that must occur is not outside you, but inside you. The moment a person decides to take full responsibility for their life, something extraordinary begins to happen. Power returns, direction appears, hope becomes practical instead of emotional. As long as you blame something outside yourself, you remain powerless. When you say, the economy is bad, you hand over your future to forces you cannot control. When you say, I didn't get the right education, you lock yourself into the past. When you say, people like me don't get ahead, you write a story that keeps repeating itself. Blame feels comforting, but it is expensive. It costs you growth, progress, and wealth. Responsibility is not about guilt, it is about ownership. Ownership of your decisions, your habits, your attitude, and your results. You may not be responsible for where you started, but you are responsible for where you finish. Every life has unfair chapters, but staying in them is a choice. When you accept responsibility, you stop waiting for permission to succeed and start creating permission through action. The wealthy mindset begins with one powerful sentence: if it's gonna get better, it's up to me. That sentence changes how you wake up in the morning. It changes how you respond to problems. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You begin to ask, what can I do differently today? That shift alone separates those who struggle for decades from those who eventually rise. Taking responsibility also means telling yourself the truth. It means looking honestly at how you spend your time, how you manage your money, and how you speak to yourself. It means admitting when discipline is missing and when comfort has been chosen over progress. This honesty is uncomfortable, but it is the doorway to transformation. You cannot improve what you are unwilling to acknowledge. When you take responsibility, excuses lose their power. You stop negotiating with your potential. You stop explaining why things didn't work and start studying how they can. Responsibility turns setbacks into lessons and mistakes into mentors. And slowly, almost quietly, your confidence grows, not from hope, but from evidence. Evidence that you can change your life by changing your choices. Master the value of discipline over motivation. Motivation is exciting. Discipline is reliable. Most people wait to feel inspired before they act, but successful people act first and let inspiration catch up later. Discipline is the ability to do what must be done even when your emotions vote against it. It is the quiet force that builds wealth when no one is watching. Discipline means doing small things that seem insignificant today but become priceless tomorrow. Saving a little when it feels uncomfortable. Studying when entertainment is tempting. Waking up early when the bed feels warm. These actions do not feel heroic, yet they shape heroic results. The problem is not that discipline is hard, the problem is that neglect is easier in the moment. Every day you are practicing something. Either you are practicing discipline or you are practicing regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. The difference between a life of struggle and a life of abundance is not intelligence or talent, but the willingness to do the simple things consistently. Discipline also teaches self-respect. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, your confidence grows. Each time you break one, it weakens. Wealth is built by people who trust themselves. That trust is earned through repeated acts of discipline. You don't suddenly become disciplined. You become disciplined by choosing it today, then choosing it again tomorrow. When discipline becomes a habit, progress becomes inevitable. You no longer rely on moods or circumstances. You move forward whether you feel like it or not, and over time, those disciplined actions compound, creating results that appear sudden to others but were earned patiently and deliberately. Discipline is not punishment, it is preparation. It is choosing the pain of growth over the pain of regret. And once discipline becomes part of your identity, wealth is no longer a question of if, but simply a matter of time. Learn to think in opportunities, not excuses. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is rarely intelligence or background. It is perspective. Two people can face the same problem, the same lack of money, the same limited resources, and walk away with completely different futures. One sees a wall, the other sees a doorway. Wealth begins the moment you train your mind to search for opportunity instead of comfort. Excuses are subtle. They often sound reasonable, even logical. This isn't the right time. I need more experience. I'll start when things settle down. These statements protect you from discomfort, but they also protect you from growth. Every excuse delays action, and every delay compounds into years. Opportunities do not announce themselves with certainty. They show up wrapped in risk, fear, and doubt, and only those willing to move despite uncertainty ever unwrap them. When money is scarce, the average person complains. When money is scarce, the wealthy thinker asks better questions. How can I earn more value? What problem can I solve? What skill can I sharpen? Opportunity thinking turns pressure into creativity. It forces the mind to expand instead of retreat. And expansion is always the birthplace of progress. Most people wait for ideal conditions before acting, but ideal conditions rarely arrive. The truth is, conditions never improve before people do. Opportunity is not something you find, it is something you create by deciding to act with what you have where you are. History rewards those who moved early, not those who waited for permission. This principle also requires emotional discipline. Fear will always offer you reasons to stay still. Fear will remind you of past failures and exaggerate future risks. But fear is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that growth is nearby. Every opportunity that changed your life once scared you at the beginning. Learning to move forward while afraid is not recklessness, it is maturity. Opportunity thinkers also understand that problems are not interruptions of success, they are the training ground for it. Every challenge develops problem-solving muscles. Every obstacle forces innovation. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this preparing me for?" That question alone can transform frustration into fuel. Develop skills before you chase money. Money is not the goal, it is the reward. And rewards follow value. If you want more income, you must become more valuable. This principle is simple, but it is ignored by those chasing shortcuts. They hunt for fast money without building the foundation that can support it. Skills are that foundation. The marketplace does not care about your intentions, your struggles, or your needs. It responds only to what you can do, how well you can do it, and how many people you can help. Skills are the language the marketplace understands. When you develop skills, you stop begging for opportunities and start attracting them. Skill building requires humility. You must be willing to be a beginner, to be awkward, to be slow at first. Pride keeps people poor because it resists learning. Growth demands that you say, "I don't know yet, but I'm willing to learn." Every expert you admire once struggled with the basics. The difference is they stayed long enough to master them. The most powerful skills are transferable. Communication, persuasion, leadership, problem solving, and self-management travel with you in any industry, any economy, any season of life. These skills turn effort into income and time into leverage. When you sharpen them, your earning potential expands naturally. Developing skills also changes how you see yourself. Confidence stops being something you pretend to have and becomes something you earn. Each new ability adds a layer of independence. You no longer fear losing a job because you know you can create value elsewhere. That confidence is priceless, and it often arrives long before the money does. Skill development is a daily decision. A book instead of scrolling, practice instead of procrastination, feedback instead of defensiveness. These choices may feel small, but they are compounding over time. Skills become assets that work for you quietly, consistently, and powerfully, opening doors that once felt permanently closed. Use time as your greatest asset. If you were to ask people what they want more of, most would say money, but the truly wise would say time, because time is the one resource that never renews itself. You can lose money and earn it back. You can lose opportunities and create new ones. But once an hour is gone, it is gone forever. Wealth begins when you understand this deeply, not intellectually, but emotionally. Most people don't waste time intentionally, they lose it quietly. A few minutes here, an hour there, days spent just resting, years spent getting ready. Time leaks away through distraction, comfort, and routine. And one day people wake up older, frustrated, and wondering where the years went. The wealthy mindset treats time like capital. Every day is an investment decision. How you start your day often determines how you spend your life. If your mornings are reactive, your future becomes reactive. If your days are ruled by distractions, your dreams slowly starve. Time used for growth feels uncomfortable at first because it demands focus, effort, and sacrifice, but time wasted in comfort always comes back with interest, and the bill is regret. Those who build wealth learn to delay gratification. They choose learning over entertainment, preparation over pleasure, and discipline over ease. They understand that short-term sacrifices buy long-term freedom. While others are watching, scrolling, and waiting, they are quietly building skills, systems, and habits that compound. Time also reveals priorities. You always find time for what matters to you. When someone says they are too busy, what they really mean is something else is more important. This realization is not meant to shame, but to awaken. If your future matters, your time must reflect it. Even one focused hour a day invested consistently can separate your life from the average. Using time wisely is not about working endlessly, it is about working intentionally. It is about knowing when to push and when to pause. Rest is valuable, but rest without purpose becomes escape. Balance is not found by doing everything, but by doing the right things at the right time. When you respect time, time rewards you with progress. Adopt the mindset of long-term wealth, not quick reaches. Quick money is seductive because it promises relief without patience. But what comes quickly often leaves quickly. Long-term wealth is built by people who are willing to think in years while others think in weeks. This mindset is not flashy, it is quiet, steady, and deeply powerful. Long-term thinkers understand that success is seasonal. There are seasons of planting, seasons of waiting, and seasons of harvest. Trying to harvest too early destroys the crop. Many people quit right before things begin to work because they mistake the season of preparation for failure. Wealth rewards those who stay when progress feels invisible. This mindset also requires emotional maturity. You must learn to detach from instant results and trust the process. Consistency without applause is one of the hardest disciplines to master. When no one notices your effort, when results are slow, when doubt whispers that it's not working, that is when character is being built. Long-term wealth is protected by habits. Saving before spending, learning before earning, investing before indulging. These habits are not restrictive, they are liberating. They free you from constant stress and reaction. Over time, these small, wise decisions create stability, confidence, and control over your life. Those who think long-term stop comparing themselves to others. Comparison creates impatience, and impatience leads to poor decisions. Your journey does not need to look impressive today, it needs to be effective over time. Progress measured honestly always outperforms progress measured emotionally. Let me end where we began. Getting rich from nothing is not about luck, connections, or shortcuts. It is about principles. Principles practiced when no one is watching. Decisions made when comfort tempts you to quit. Faith in the process when results are slow. If you take responsibility for your life, practice daily discipline, train your mind to see opportunity, develop valuable skills, respect your time, and commit to long-term thinking, your life cannot remain the same. Change becomes inevitable. Wealth becomes predictable. You may start with nothing, but if you stay committed to these principles, nothing will not be your ending.